Okay.
Yeah, we'd love that.
Yeah. Here. Oh, good.
Hi everyone. Happy Friday.
Yeah.
How are you, Amanda?
I think Amanda is muted.
Hi Jennifer, how are you? Hi Kelly. Nice to see you guys. We'll give it maybe a minute or two to see who else joins.
Okay.
But we're excited about a presentation that we have for you all by one of our partners that's working on a really incredible project.
Nice to see all of you.
Here. Anybody else that I don't see here?
We, we can start, Sean, because we're recording.
Okay,
Yeah.
perfect. Hi everyone. Welcome to today's town hall. It's great to see all of you again. It's always such a pleasure. We're going to start off today's town hall with one of our partners that we've been working closely with, Louise Taranoff and her team, Jacob and China, and they're working on a really provocative program called Clinical Picture Maker or CPM, the acronym that's on all of our calendar invites. But they're working on a really provocative program that essentially kind of natural history characterizes our kiddos through video capture that we as caregivers
Oh no.
able to submit. Um, I think we got him back. There we go.
There it is. Yeah.
All right. Well, let's share our screen and introduce ourselves. So I need to pull up the
A
screen.
good point. Yeah.
All right. So welcome everybody. My name is Jacob. I'm the senior video editor for Clinical Picture Maker.
I'm Shina. I'm an associate producer on a clinical picture maker.
And Luis, do you want to introduce yourself?
I'm Louise, and I'm the founder of Genetica Lens, and I've been working with video and the detection of difficult to diagnose disorders and rare diseases for quite a while. So we put something together that can help to make it possible to get more coverage and more video to really help doctors and healthcare providers serve the families and children in rare disease communities with more knowledge and be able to connect everybody to the latest possible treatments and to help parents do that too. They are big initiators of innovation, and we hope this will help them as well.
Thank you, Luis. So let's jump into it.
All right, so going off of what Louise was saying, there are over 10,000 identified rare diseases, and clinicians are unfamiliar with most of them, which makes it difficult to recognize symptoms. Text descriptions of the symptoms are available, but don't fully convey the complexities and visual signs, which is why Genetica Lens has been working to create video documentation of rare diseases. So Clinical Picture Maker is an online database documenting rare diseases, starting with SCN2A. And Genetica Lens, as Louise was saying, has a history of producing video database tools to help healthcare professionals recognize symptoms and provide care. In the past, Genetica Lens has worked on video documentation of rare diseases on Angelman syndrome and autism, MPS 1 and 2, sickle cell anemia, and familial dysautonomia. So some of the benefits of video is that it allows a better emotional connection to the patient. It can be taken at any time and therefore allows more access into the patient experiences and the symptoms as they're lived. And they have the unique ability to freeze a period in time and catch details that can be constantly reevaluated with features like freeze frame and fast forward and comparing with other videos, and just able to capture nuances in a way that text descriptions alone may not be able to. So the Clinical Picture Maker is a database of videos that are collected and organized with worldwide participation from individuals, experts, and families. And the cornerstone of all of this is the Day Tool, a web application allowing parents of children with SCN2A to film and upload video detailing their lives. This can be anything from daily living to symptoms to therapies, something that tells the whole story of the experience of living with SCN2A. So the next video on the next slide will give you a little bit more of an idea of what this looks like.
Yeah, so this is all video from the Day Tool to give you an idea of what the Day Tool is.
Hi, so we are working with Sophia for her breakfast, and this is honey bunches of oats cereals, which she really likes to eat. She tries to eat by herself. Also, she needs help scooping up, and so we try to do that. Now, since I'm talking to you, she's getting a little antsy and trying to hit, and also trying to grab my attention, like, hey, give me this. So, and when she is waiting and not getting it, and she tries to bang her elbow to the table or the island or even the chair. So let's get going. Hey, Sophia. There you go. Good job. Make your face. Good job. We have to be caring, we have to help her. I'm trying to make her independent as much as possible, and she's getting better every single time. A lot of things that she does. She's 10 years old and growing.
Ready?
Try to get up.
Oh, look at that. Everybody. 1, 2, everyone together right here for 1, 1, 2, 3. Oh, good job.
He's not good at really gripping like
He's touching it. So, and the other thing I really wanted to look at was to see, can he touch something and still look at it at the same time? And he isn't, right? He isn't able to do that right now. I'm not saying he probably will later as he develops, but he can look or he can touch, and he can't do both together. And that's such a common thing. Oh, now you made me a liar. Now you made me a liar.
He'll look at some Cheetos and touch them real fast.
Yeah? We're gonna try that next.
Autism and CBI mirror each other a lot, so you really have to pay attention to the way the kids are taking in information and the way they're expressing that information and birth history and all of the things. So sometimes it is hard to tell the difference.
I'm a preeminent world-famous race car. I'm sticking by you the way you always stuck by me. I'm a preeminent world-famous race car. I'm sticking by you the way you always stuck by me. I'm a preeminent world famous race car.
I tell patients and families, get it all on video, send it to me, bring it with you, because it may not happen when I'm in the office with you, but if I can see it, I can tell you what it is.
All right, so with that, let us actually jump in for a demo of the day tool to really show you how the website works and all the different things that you can do on it and how our whole system works. So for this demo, we'll be using the profile of a young girl named Harper. So let me just take a moment to pull up her profile. All right, so the first thing that you'll see as a participant when you log into the day tool is your dashboard. Your dashboard is essentially your HQ of anything that you're going to do as a participant on the day tool. Up at the top here, we see your prompt sets. Prompt sets are essentially questions to help guide you in your filming, and we've organized these into different themes such as introductions and diagnosis, daily living, therapies and interventions, changes over time, topics like that. If we take a closer look at the daily living prompt set, we'll see a few prompts like show how Harper eats a typical meal, show how Harper exercises, show how Harper's diagnosis impacts her work or school life, or the prompt that we are going to be using today, describe Harper's relationships with different people in the family. Now, when you select the prompt, it will come with a series of example videos. Example videos are essentially inspiration clips to give you a better idea of what others have filmed to respond to a specific prompt. They're here for inspiration to give you an understanding what others have done so that you can come up with what you may want to do to answer the prompt. You don't have to record what's exactly in the example. It's just there for a reference. So one of the first things you may want to do when you first log in is just browse the prompts, look at the example videos, and get inspired by the stories of other day tool users. Let's take a look at one of these right now. This is a video of Sophia, another SCN2A child, as she just sits down with her siblings and they talk about their life.
So my name is Sean, and I'm 11 years old. I have a twin sister who is currently
Tell me a little bit about your sister, and then she'll come back. Here she is.
Here she is. She's also 11 years old, but she has SCN2A. She doesn't have SCN2A actually. No, Mom.
It's okay.
I'll explain. SCN2A is the gene. She doesn't have one of them, or it's like damaged. So she is suffering from a mutation in her SCN2A gene, and which makes her different than normal people, which also changes our lives.
And she's not able to talk, which is sad.
She's non-verbal.
But she is able to express things by her emotions, how she laughs, she smiles, she makes fun poses. Everybody loves her.
Yeah. You know?
So very fun video, and then one thing we really love about this type of video is that it's very casual. It's just Sophia sitting down with the siblings, just answering questions in a very conversational, laid-back manner. So let's say you've looked at the different prompts, you've viewed example videos, and now you have something that you want to upload. All you have to do is, once you've selected a specific prompt, is click the Make a Submission button, which will pop up a little window where you'll be able to drag your video into this box, or if you click it, it'll open your browser. And for this, we'll be uploading a video of Harper playing with her sister.
Keep playing with Harper. That was fun. She liked that. Be a lion. She liked that.
I do that because I'm a lion.
I don't know the lions do that. If you follow Maverick, he's gonna bite you.
Excellent video. Definitely fits this prompt. So once it's uploading, you'll be able to put in a video title. So let's put in Harper plays with her sister. And then a video description. And now what the description is here for is this is a great opportunity for you to share your perspective and show what you are seeing in the video. This is a time for you to write about your own child and really share what is important, what you don't want to be missed, add additional context, advice to anybody who may be viewing this video. So for this, Harper's dad, Sean, wrote, "We really push inclusion with Harper's sisters and try to make sure she's being included in as many day-to-day activities, and Harper really seems to love and appreciate it." That's very, I think, evident in the video. So let's click continue. And then here we have to put the date that the video was filmed. Specifically, why this is important is that by putting in the dates that the video were filmed, even if it's just a really good estimate, if you can't figure out the exact day, that's okay, just as close as possible. That will help us actually organize all of your submissions into an accurate video timeline, which we'll see a little later how that will look and how important that is. So this video was recorded in 2022, August 13th. And then lastly, you'll have the opportunity to put any sorts of symptoms or keywords that you want associated with the video. So for this, we can put playing, siblings, and family. Symptoms, we can put maybe something like hypotonia, low muscle tone. And then submit, it will take just a moment, but this window will close on its own, which will let you know, boom, that your video has been submitted. You'll see in the Your Submission section. We already see that this video was submitted once before, so it's also appearing already here. Now, if we head back to your dashboard, you'll see that this video has now joined your video timeline. And what this video timeline is a collection of all the videos that you've uploaded to the Day tool. Right now, it is organized in the order that the videos were submitted, but you will also have the opportunity to view them in chronological order that the videos were recorded in order to have kind of a nice natural history on your Day tool account of your child. So let's take a closer look at one of these videos that were submitted for Harper. This is a video called Hospitals, often an area where things get worse for Harper. And the description here, which I'll invite Sean to read in just a moment, is an excellent example of how important these descriptions are, because they really offer added depth and context to the viewing experience and change what you are seeing in the video and how it is interpreted. So Sean, if you could, it would be really great to hear you read this description.
Sure. Should I start reading it now, or should I do it in parallel with the video?
We can, if you want, yeah, we can play it with the video.
Sure. So Harper's been to the emergency room more times than we can count, unfortunately. And SCN2A is a really challenging and rare condition to manage. Unfortunately, being rare and challenging means that most of the time when you go to the emergency room, the providers on site have never heard of or treated SCN2A. This leads to too many experiences where inappropriate medications are used for Harper's particular SCN2A variant. And this has the potential to turn, bad hospital visits into life-threatening ones, and extended hospital stays where more problems and complications can arise, as well as stress to the family. This makes exacerbations and potentially going to the hospital a huge source of stress for our family. Over the years, we found much better success at trying to manage acute seizure conditions by building, home intervention protocols in parallel with, her specialized neurologist, and keeping detailed list of what's worked in the past and what makes things worse. Don't be afraid to strongly communicate, information to each of your ER team members providing care. You know your child best. They don't have tremendous experience treating SCN2A, and you know your child. For the unavoidable ER visits, engage your neurology team, the team that knows your kid the best. Let them know you're going to the hospital, and they can contact the ER team to better manage the case.
Thank you, Sean. You can really see how that added context and advice really helps anybody viewing the video in terms to connect with it deeper and see more in it. And you'll also always have the option to go back to anything you've already submitted and add on to it. So if you feel like you're busy and you just want to upload a few videos, that's okay. You're always able to go back and add on to your descriptions if you want. If you think you missed something, you're always able to go back and re-edit things. So once you have this timeline, you've collected videos, another function that's very helpful in the day tool is our share page. So if I just click on share, here it is. The share page is the ability to take anything that you've uploaded to the day tool along with your descriptions and your keywords and symptoms, anything that you've put onto the video, and directly share it with whomever you may want. So we see here that you have the ability to share it with family members, doctors, therapists. Here we have a stock physical therapist that you may want to share specific videos with. You have the option to share all of your videos, and also just a selection of a few of the videos that you want a specific person to see. This offers you the ability to have a little bit of a shorthand in order to deliver a video about your child to a specific person without having to then go back into your phone and re-find everything later on, potentially, months after you recorded it. So lastly, once all of this video is recorded, you may be wondering what happens with it. Where does it go? Well, the next stage in the clinical picture maker after videos have been recorded uploaded to the day tool is expert validation. Expert validation is an opportunity for doctors and clinicians to view day tool videos and offer more observations of symptoms and what they're seeing in the videos, and give a clinical perspective of data that is available in these videos. To show this off, neurologist Dr. Keith Kaufman at the 2024 FamlieSCN2A conference in Anaheim sat down with us, looked at some of our videos live, and showed what sort of analysis a clinician can do on our videos and really break them apart and analyze them and come to some sort of conclusion. So we'll play a bit of this. This is Keith Kaufman analyzing a video of Ben having a quivering jaw episode.
So I'm now watching a video entitled Ben's Quivering Episode. So at the start of the video, this little boy is sitting there looking very uncomfortable. He's clearly uncomfortable. His eyes are remarkably dilated. I'm going to pause it to get a full understanding of what I'm seeing. So, at 2 seconds into the video, he has a very concerned look on his face. He looks uncomfortable. His pupils are incredibly dilated. You cannot see the color of his eyes at all because of his pupil dilation. The other thing that's striking is that he clearly has muscle weakness of the left eye because his head is looking forward, his right eye is looking forward, his left eye is deviated externally. So clearly he has problems with ocular motility involving that left eye. And I'm going to watch this on half speed, which is something that I do very frequently when I'm looking at involuntary movement. Okay, so what I see, starting off at the beginning of the video, as soon as the video starts, he has a quivering of his chin. The bottom, his mandible is quivering. It starts off very low frequency, low amplitude, barely detectable. Then as the video progresses, this is fascinating. I didn't appreciate this the first time I looked at this. It starts with this low frequency, low amplitude quivering of the mandible. And then at about 6-7 seconds, it increases in frequency. Now his mandible is actually vibrating irregularly up and down. And it calms down, slows down, becomes almost imperceptible again, and then it increases to become quite large amplitude and high frequency. And then at about 17 seconds, it just stops. But what's fascinating about that is the fact that it has a crescendo pattern. So it starts off low, increases, then it decrescendos, and then crescendos again, and then abruptly stops, which is hard to frame in any kind of a clear, regular movement disorder. Okay, so when we think about movement disorders that vibrate, one thinks of tremor. However, tremor has a fixed frequency and amplitude, and this does not. Okay. The second thing is the fluctuating pattern, which also is not consistent with tremor. So then I have to think about the kinds of movement disorders that can mimic tremor.
So just in the interest of time, we're going to skip a little forward to where he comes to his conclusion.
So this is most likely dystonia based on the phenomenology, the laryngeal involvement causing his vocal fluctuation, the crescendo, decrescendo, the discomfort, which is inherent to dystonia because it's involuntary muscle contraction, and then the abrupt cessation. So I would say that this is most likely a dystonia pretending to be a tremor. And when I had looked at this, previously I had commented about possible myokymia or dyskinesia. I'm now going to change, after looking at this again, that this is actually a dystonia, and fairly confidently so.
All right. So with that, I'm going to hand it over to Shina to talk a little bit about our special participant pages.
So this is something that is still in progress right now, which is putting together special pages for individuals so that you get the chance to really follow somebody's story and get to know them. So this is an example of a page being put together for Volodymyr. And we're going to watch a few seconds of the introduction kind of video that Volodymyr's mother, Natalia, filmed for us.
Hi everyone, let me introduce myself. My name is Natalia and I'm from Ukraine. My family is from Ukraine. But as war started in our country, we moved to Poland temporarily, so now it's our home. We like it here very much. My son, let me introduce you to my son. This is my son Volodymyr. Say hi. Hey, hello everyone. Hello. Hi. Yes, hi, hi, hi. So my
Yeah, so these kinds of videos are really helpful for us where you can just film yourself talking about your experiences. And this is a wonderful example by Natalia because it put into context all the videos that we got from her and helps to tell the story. And these interview style clips, like you can instead of, if there's a prompt that asks a question, instead of, you can answer it yourself instead of uploading a video that may show it. So you can do it for anything. And it doesn't need any sort of fancy setup that can be done on a walk, for example. And you can talk about whatever you might want to share from the diagnostic journey to your child's likes and dislikes and anything else. And then we can use all your videos to put together a specialized page for your child. So if you can, this is just a little look at what Volodymyr's page looks like right now. And we have some videos from Natalia where she discusses his diagnostic journey. She talks about the efforts happening right now in SCN2A Ukraine. Yeah, and then these videos kind of tell the story of before his neurosurgery that he received and then after. And so, yeah, so we have a few of these. I think we're going to play a little bit of one that she uploaded where he's showing emotions for the first time after his surgery.
You want to read the description?
Yeah, I'll read the description first. So she uploaded it with this description and she wrote, "This video was taken when the family came back home after the neurosurgery. Volodymyr started to show first emotions in his life, to react to the parents, to prefer some things, and to be more conscious. Here you can see how he likes to play with his father. And since then, different kinds of swingings were his favorite thing."
Great. And just to put it into a little bit more context, when we first received this video, we received it as just one video. But because of the descriptions, we were able to, find the context that this video is in and really put it as part of a story of that Volodymyr was going through with seizures and his neurosurgery. So now it's really able to join a larger context, very much because of these little descriptions that kind of help you understand what's really special about this video and where it lands.
Absolutely. And that brings us to the section of Volodymyr today where we are compiling daily living clips of him. So you can see videos of him sitting in his chair or listening to music. And we just want to say that if you're wondering what kind of videos to upload, we'll really take anything that you're comfortable with sharing. And if you ever want us to take anything down, we'll take it down. But you don't have to ever worry about curating anything because anything that you may already have or might want to take, even if it's like a short video that you have on your phone from 3 years ago, could be helpful in putting these pieces together to tell a story. And even the seemingly less significant ones can have a great impact on painting an overall picture. Yeah, so the video that we're gonna watch next is a compilation of smaller videos sent to us by Dutch's father. And Jacob put these videos together to show like a natural history changes over time in his gross motor skills from when he was 6 months old to when he was 2 years old.
So we're going to watch a little bit of this and then kind of skip forward to show you the progress.
And the goal that you see on the left-hand side, that would be what we'd sort of see as a good drill, a good rehearsal, and a good release. The goal that you see on the right-hand side may well look a little bit more familiar to you. That may look like your goal scene. We
Hey, touch.
So that's what we're going to do. So here's a little exercise I'd like you to do. You're going to take your grip on the golf club. You're just going to stand up perfectly straight and just place the golf club out in front of you.
Hello, Mister.
Now from here, I'd like you to move.
Good job, buddy. Look right here. Can you get it? Knee there basically, so you could push into it, and then I could kind of push with this on the left butt a little bit.
Oh, okay.
And then up there. I think he's distracted by the kids right now. What are they doing, mister? Touchy, come on. Look, bud, can you get this? Come on. Good job. Now this side. Good job. And this one.
Ready? Should we try again? Should we try again? Look. Oh. Look, here's your card. You're gonna get it. You're gonna get it. Put the beaks in your mouth. Can you get it? Go get it. Oh. Go get it. Go get it. Wow! Go get it! Come on! Come on! Go get it! Good job, buddy! Good job!
So we can skip forward a little bit more to show the progress. But one thing that is always interesting to me in these early videos is how much the toys really motivate Dutch, even in the hard times, to keep trying and keep going. And then as we go around, we see he's able to sit up more, and then eventually starts learning to stand, being able to crawl more, and eventually where he is now, where he's even learned how to
Oh my goodness. Please. You're silly, Peppa.
There you go.
That's what we're looking for. Good job. Good job, buddy.
Yeah, so with these types of natural history videos, we're always thinking of other data that can be gathered by putting videos together. It can be used to track the progression of inch tones as well. And that's another reason why we're very open to receiving any and all video that you may have or that you may want to record, because when we have more video, we're able to tell more of a full story.
All right, so everybody, thank you so much. This is the Clinical Picture Maker team, everybody that's not with us tonight included, along with our excellent expert team that's going to be helping and working the validate videos and set up the kind of validation of the whole project. And then some additional websites if you want more information about previous projects or Clinical Picture Maker. And I saw that Leah also included our sign up link in the chat. That is very helpful. We can even put that again in it once more. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Any
And
questions?
there's some quick questions that are in the chat, and one of them is asking about there should be a place to put your name and a place to put the participant's name. And I just wanted to mention it's hard to show things sometimes. We don't know which way to look. We want to show you the video, we want to show you the prompts, but all of that is included in the
Louise, I think she was just asking if they sign up under which name they sign up under. And to answer that question, essentially, once you, if you're interested in signing up, we have a whole consent and release process. And when you're signing the consent and the release to use the video, you will be putting both your name and information along with your child's name and their information. And then once that is signed, then you will be able to set up your account where you will once again just type in that same information.
Does anyone have any questions? Please feel free to take yourself off of mute and ask if you'd like.
Yeah.
Well, my question is, our son is 28. So our stuff is on VHS. And I'm just wondering, starting or getting started, or do we just start with now, or do we try to go back and document from when he was a little guy? Or yeah, so that kind of overwhelms me just in thinking about where we would start and how we would do that.
So feel free, just to start, please, yes, just send in anything recent that you do have access to right now or could record right now. That's a great place to start. But we are also able to work with you directly and help you transfer any of that old footage to digital, so it can be used not just for your own personal use, but also could be used on the day tool.
Okay, so we upload a video and then you actually take that and fine tune it, sort of, or is that...
So it depends on the video, and that's what we're really workshopping, all the different uses for the video. So the first thing that happens once you upload any video to the day tool is that it will come to the kind of back end of the website where me or Shina or one of the other editors will view the video, kind of take into account everything that has been submitted about the video, whether that be the keywords or the symptoms. And let's say you upload a video and it's too dark. We might fix it to make it a little more brighter. We may do some general quality check just to make it ready for expert review. So that's the first step. Then once it gets to the experts, we go through a whole round where they will view it, they'll validate it, and we'll get extra comments from them to get an understanding of what extra information we can pull from the video. And while that is all happening, we are putting that video into the context of anything else you've uploaded. So let's say this is your 10th video you've uploaded. We would have watched 9. So when we get that 10th one, we're already thinking, oh, this is such an interesting video. Look at what you said about, how this therapy is a real big inchstone for your, what is the name of your child? Kier. Yeah, so we'll see whatever you say about the video about Kier, and we'll be like, that's so interesting because these other videos we've uploaded kind of fit into that same context, and we'll start workshopping ideas that we can help kind of create the pages that we showed you today, which we're kind of workshopping right now, to really try to lay out a story and all the different kind of challenges or life or great moments, symptoms, therapies, anything that has been uploaded, we'll kind of put it into some sort of context. So there's both the storytelling aspect of it and then the data aspect of it.
Thank you.
Did you, Jacob, did you show the special page in the beginning? You might have.
Yes, we showed a little bit of Vladimir's page.
That was Vladimir's, right?
Yeah.
So when you upload, it goes into an order that you upload, and then if you use the idea of showing it to your doctor, the share videos will go into the order that fits their their own life. It's a history, a video natural history then. So start with the youngest videos and go to when he's older. So we gradually piece that together because it takes time to get them all, but we can help you do that. And it's wonderful because then you really see the natural history. If you have an adult in your family, you'll see some of those early videos on VHS, and then you can watch the changes over time. You can even see them in our little guys that are not adults. You can see how they change. So just imagine if we could do that for Kier. And we would love to help do that. That's one of our goals. So just wanted to bring that up. And I think the pages that we do are another way of telling the story too. So we have different ways to work with videos so people can learn different things and try different things.
Yes, a major thing we always hear from parents is how when they go to the doctor or go to someone with their child, go to someone to care for their child, there can be that communication barrier of the doctor or medical professional not really understanding or getting the picture of what it's like to live with SCN2A and doesn't know what it means. So we're very, very interested in the clinical side of capturing the symptoms and the medical all that data that goes into that. But we also think it's equally as important to create video that also shows the life of living with SCN2A and who these children actually are, to help both give an education of the clinical side, but also help advocate for what that actually means when you're actually interacting and caring and being with them.
Mm-hmm. So we love all of these views of, and I think it helps to show the challenges, to show what life is like. It helps understand the clinical side. There is no question. If you were just strictly going to show clinical symptoms and leave out playing or hanging out with dad or trying to get across the floor and crawling, if you left out those efforts of the kids and their courage and as Leah put in, these are the little warriors, and if you left that out, it would take away from really understanding some of the clinical part of it too, and it really helps people to put all the whole picture together. That's why we feel so we want to support your participation. When you can do things, we're there, and we could help you put things together and help you make those VHSs into digital videos. We have a bunch
I
of
have a question.
What'd
Oh,
you say?
sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, Louise. I have a quick question. So I just love watching that video of Dr. Kaufman looking at Ben, my son's episode where he was shaking. I just I think that's just fascinating, and he's such a huge expert in this field. It's such a benefit to have him looking at these videos. It's almost like getting another opinion without even having to go there. How is that information returned back to the participant?
Luis, you're muted.
Okay. So you have access to these videos. You can log on and you can put together a timeline of all your videos. And then you can ask for different sections when you would like to see them. They are meant for you to use as well as for the researchers and for others to use. So if you have something you want to go over with your therapist, you could bring and say, look at these 5 videos. He really learned a lot, but now he doesn't seem to be doing anything. What's happening? What's going on? And they can look with you at videos over time. And then they might even spot something like, well, maybe we should work a little bit more to help him be flexible with his ankles. His ankles look a little stiff. So maybe we'll work, I'm just making that up, by the way. We'll work on that. But sometimes that's the kind of change that the therapists need to see. You know, they need to see something like that more objectively, and then they get ideas. So you can use these videos for your own needs and for your children's needs.
So yeah, and also to add on to that is the next step after that expert validation, after the experts view the videos and write up all their observations, it will be going into a database of SCN2A video that will be able to be searchable to look up different topics and keywords and all of that. So once a video is validated and published to that database, that data will then be made available back to the participant on the day tool to see once the whole expert review has been complete. So it won't be as live as soon as somebody has written something, it'll pop up. It'll be once a few experts have given their validation, it will then pop up once it is published onto that database and now be part of your day tool.
Very good, yeah.
Which could be theoretically that's something that can pair with your share page to not only share your video and what you said about it, but also now what experts have potentially said about it.
And Jacob, will the family get some kind of ping to let them know that a remark has been made on a video in their portal?
That's very possible. It's not something that we have set up right now, but that's definitely something we can look into as something we can
look into it.
Yeah.
We don't want to have commentary right now because we have to learn more about how to make it work and not to make it take over, you know, and it's a whole security thing. But as we get started, we'll check those kind of possibilities.
Yeah.
Maybe there are ways to do it in a way that it keeps it not too, dominating, because we really want to see the kids, the families, the doctors talking, and we want to kind of be able to focus on that.
We have one more question, it looks like, about when sharing a video of a therapy session, if they need to gain consent from past therapists. So it depends on if the therapist is in the video, like very much in the video, like full frame, like you see them, then yes, a release will most likely have to get collected, but that's not necessarily something that will be all on you. We'll be able to work with you in terms of getting those releases and anything that needs to be collected. So don't upload a video with the fear that maybe you're supposed to get something first. Just upload the video, and as needed, those documents, we can reach out to figure out what we would need to collect.
So let's see. Does anybody have any other questions? Or you can always get in touch with us too after the program and ask more questions. Say, I'd like to do this, but I'm concerned about something and I want to ask you about it. That's perfectly fine.
I just wanted to add that I think this is like a really, really cool project that adds value to so many different stakeholders. I mean, it adds value to, myself as a caregiver, because it's a great place that I can go back and look at anything from Harper at any point, for personal reasons or for health clinical reasons. It's amazing for education and even diagnosis, like having a database where I could go look, at some clinical symptom that we're worried about with their child and see what that looks like within the context of our rare disease set, I think is incredible value. Particularly because a lot of times our neurology teams haven't seen a ton of some of the things that our children do. So it adds like a layer of complexity that doesn't exist. But also as we think like in the future for drug design and clinical trials, most of the time when we assess whether a drug is working or not, it's based on, very specific, like, surveys or number of seizures. Having video, it gives such rich information around before and after, that it sometimes can't be captured with some of the ways that they're, testing for different drugs. And that gives for sometimes when, there have been plenty of instances where good drugs haven't been approved because the endpoint wasn't selected right. Having data like this of before and after gives the FDA tools to be able to make more thoughtful decisions on, whether a good drug that could be helping a community, should be approved or not, even though like maybe the trial wasn't designed right or powered right. I just think this is such a cool, great initiative done by Louise Jacob. Um, I'm just really, really glad to be able to support it.
Thank you,
Thank
Sean.
you.
Sean, that was great. Thank you. Thank you.
Sure. And I forgot to mention China too. Thank you, China.
And China, yeah.
We just assume you broke up at that part.
Yeah.
I think you had broken up there, yeah. And it was lovely to meet everybody. And hopefully you'll try it out and you can get in touch with us if you're worried about how to do it, or if you can do it, all right, and you want to ask other questions, anything, we'd be happy to help. So, and so I guess that's our presentation, unless someone leaps in and asks a very complicated question and we have to think about it.
Thank you all. Have a great night.
Yeah, thank you.
Everyone.
Thank you.
Great to see
Thank
everyone.
you.
Thank you.